Sondra Locke's story is one of talent, resilience, controversy, and an unshakable will to define her own path in an industry that often tried to overshadow her. Born Sandra Louise Smith on May 28, 1944, in Shelbyville, Tennessee, she grew up in a modest Southern family. Her early years were marked by challenges, but those same strove to define both her career and personal battles in Hollywood. Even as a young girl, forged the resilience and independence that would later be performance, qualities that would soon carry her far beyond the small-town world she was raised in. Her entry into Hollywood was nothing short of remarkable. In 1967, Sandra won a nationwide talent search. Sandra displayed a natural gift for creativity, and for the coveted role of Mick Kelly in the film adaptation of Carson McCullers' The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. At just 23 years old, Locke delivered a performance so raw and emotionally nuanced that critics hailed her as a breakthrough star. The role earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress as well as a Golden Globe nomination, instantly placing her among Hollywood's brightest newcomers. For many, it seemed the beginning of a long and celebrated career in film, but Locke's Hollywood story would become forever entwined with one of cinema's most towering figures, Clint Eastwood. The two met in 1975 while working on The Outlaw, Josie Wales, and their professional connection soon turned into a personal one. Their relationship lasted more than a decade, and during that time Locke appeared in several of Eastwood's most memorable films, including The Gauntlet 1977, Every Which Way But Loose 1978, Any Which Way You Can 1980, and Sudden Impact 1983. These films showcased her versatility, from portraying strong-willed heroines to vulnerable women thrust into extraordinary circumstances. Yet, despite her undeniable talent, many critics argued that her identity as an actress was overshadowed by her association with Eastwood. Still, Locke brought depth and nuance to each role, ensuring her performances left a lasting mark. Behind the glamour, however, life was far more complicated. Locke's relationship with Eastwood, while passionate, was also fraught with difficulties. When it ended in the late 1980s, she faced enormous personal and professional obstacles. In her 1997 memoir The Good, the Bad, and the Very Ugly, Locke revealed painful details of the relationship, including emotional hardships and career sabotage. Her story painted a stark portrait of the challenges women faced in Hollywood, where power imbalances and gender discrimination often went unchallenged. Refusing to stay silent, Locke fought back with lawsuits that highlighted the abuse of power in the industry. Her courage to stand up for herself during a time when few women dared to do so became one of her most defining legacies. Locke's artistry extended beyond acting. In the mid-1980s, she stepped behind the camera to direct, a move that was rare for women in Hollywood at the time. Her directorial debut, Rat Boy 1986, received critical attention for its originality, and she later directed the crime thriller Impulse 1990, starring Teresa Russell. While her directing career was relatively brief, it was groundbreaking. Locke proved that her creative vision was not limited to the screen, paving the way for more women to take on directorial roles in the years that followed. Her determination to tell stories from her own perspective was a testament to her independence and unwillingness to conform to Hollywood's narrow expectations. Sandra's life was also shaped by private battles with health. In the 1990s, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, which she courageously fought before facing a recurrence later in life. Despite the toll these battles took, friends remembered her as witty, intelligent, and deeply thoughtful, someone who never lost her sharp mind or strong will. She was admired not only for her talent, but also for her honesty and refusal to compromise her identity. Though her Hollywood career was closely tied to Eastwood, Locke had another, deeply personal love story that defined much of her life. On September 25, 1967, just a week after she began filming The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, Sondra Locke married sculptor Gordon Lee Anderson in Nashville. Their marriage, which began in a beautifully intimate ceremony at the historic First Presbyterian Church, would endure for an extraordinary 51 years until her death in 2018. In an industry known for fleeting romances, their relationship was a rare testament to loyalty, mutual respect, and lasting devotion. Locke and Anderson had known each other since the late 1950s, and their bond grew steadily over the years. When her Hollywood career began to take off in 1968, the couple left Tennessee for a new life in West Hollywood, where Locke pursued acting while Anderson continued his work as a sculptor. Their life together was a blend of ambition and intimacy, creativity and companionship. Locke's memoir offers perhaps the most intimate glimpse into her complicated relationship with Clint Eastwood. She described him with a mixture of awe and vulnerability, famously writing, "He was massive." That phrase, she explained, extended beyond his physical presence. Eastwood's charisma, authority, and sheer force of personality could dominate any room. Being with him, she reflected, was like holding lightning in your hands, brilliant, electrifying, but also dangerous. Locke admitted she was drawn to him, yet she knew she risked being overshadowed, her own voice drowned out by the enormity of his influence. She remembered moments of tenderness and humor that revealed a gentler side of Eastwood, but also acknowledged the turbulence and unpredictability of their relationship. Her candid reflections gave readers an unvarnished look into the realities of loving a man who was both legendary and deeply flawed. Ultimately, Sondra Locke's life was a tapestry woven with triumphs and struggles. She earned critical acclaim as an actress, broke barriers as a female director, endured very public personal hardships, and faced private battles with illness, all while remaining fiercely independent. She passed away on November 3, 2018, at the age of 74, at her Los Angeles home. Her death was attributed to cardiac arrest caused by complications from breast and bone cancer. True to her private nature, her remains were cremated at Pierce Brothers Westwood Village Memorial Park, a resting place for many Hollywood greats. Her ashes were entrusted to her devoted husband Gordon Anderson, who had been by her side for over 5 decades. Locke also left him an estimated fortune of $20 million, a testament to her financial success and independence, and the courage to fight for her place in an industry that often sought to silence her. Her legacy lit her unwavering commitment to supporting the man she loved. Sondra Locke's story is not just about Hollywood fame, but about resilience. It lives on through her films, her directorial work, her memoir, and the power. She was, in every sense, a woman who insisted on telling her own story on screen, on the page, and in life. The example she set by refusing to bow to the pressures of fame and